Ladies and gentlemen, your two handsome, brilliant, smart, savvy casters are back with round 3 of this evening's festivities, where we're going to bring to you two undefeated teams,
Yeah.
rather, so far tonight. Knight, who have we got?
Well, tonight we've got ourselves We Left School and taking on Funky Moon, who we just saw previous game. Both, like you said, winners. Undefeated so far. Haven't dropped a single map. 2-0. We'll see who's going to be the best tight end out of these two Lumberjacks and machines of teams. And it's going to be on Towers of Doom.
It is going to be Towers of the Doomiest Doomy Doom. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to get this one rocking underway for you. So, Knight, what's going to be first ban?
Oh, honestly, I'm going to just say Cho'Gall's just out of the bat. That's it. I mean, it's what Funky Moon used against We Left School last week, and they won, even though it was on a different map. But it's probably going to be something that happens. They don't want to relive that nightmare. And honestly, Garrosh, Genji, they're out. I'm just calling it right now. Maybe Urel might come through. We'll see.
You definitely want to see Malfurion banned if you don't have intentions on first picking him, right? So we'll have School on the left-hand side of the screen, Funky Moon on the red team with a Medivh.
Oh, hello.
Yes. No portals, no arcane rifts, no mastery of that nonsense for you boys and girls, and no Gary. No Gary, no. Sad day, Knight, sad day.
Not expected, but the Medivh, I kind of wanted the Stitches Gorge Portal combo. That works on Towers of Doom.
I love it.
It's great
on Towers.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Not going to see it tonight, buddy.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But there you go. Garrosh, Genji banned away, Medivh banned. Now it comes down to the fact that what We Left School going to ban, and that's the Cho. Yeah, they just don't want to deal with it. Just no point. Funky Moon, that's what they play. Get it out of here. Not worth it.
Yep. The Cho, the Genji, the Medivh, the Garrosh. Is there any memeier team than our pros on Funky Moon? I dig it. And you know what? It's kudos to them that they play a Cho'Gall so well that people are going to sacrifice a ban against them so that they can't play it. They could have banned Malfurion and not dealt with the roots. So even though they didn't pick up the Malf first up, they pick up Muradin. So, you know, they could have banned out the Chromie. They know Electro's a pro Chromie. They could have banned out the Vala. They could have banned out that Malf. But no, they don't want to deal with Cho'Gall. So, you know, well played, Funky Moon. We're picking up Hanzo and Rhaegar.
That's going to be the first Hanzo we see tonight. Rhaegar, second time we're going to see him being played. With the changes, again, we mentioned it before, his sustain, much better throughout the game rather than just simply focusing on Ancestral Healing. And immediately picked up by Funky Moon is Malfurion, and that's going to be Electro back on the Chromie. That's a dangerous team composition and starting to reminisce what they were playing last game.
Well, the draft is identical so far, excepting rather for the Malfurion first pick into the Muradin Chromie. But yes, Funky Moon definitely have themselves a meta that they're liking, and they're sticking to it. And we see a Dahaka ban coming out. So we'll have School feeling like they're confident enough to deal with Stumpy if she goes into the Vala. Very interesting. What is We Left School thinking for their picks? Are we going to see a Thrall this game? What healer? Are we going to see Stukov? I haven't seen a Stukov tonight, mate.
I would have loved to see a Blaze, but that just gets banned out straight away. For support, I think it will keep it with the Rhaegar. In all fairness, unless they want to do some weird composition with a Tacitor, get the shield onto whoever Chromie is going to be temporal looping on, kind of prevent them from being blown up. But it's going to be seeing at least what front line will they go for, and what's left is probably Urel for the top lane, maybe Malthael. I don't know, Johanna and Urel getting picked up.
Oh, there we go. That's a dirty front line. That is going to enable Hanzo to get a lot of value, especially if he goes full W build and gets a lot of resets and autos. Yeah, Urel, why wasn't that banned out? I don't know. But that is probably going to be the turning point, the linchpin for We Left School, I think, on this one night.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a disruption. If she's able to get into the back line, Chromie will be forced to focus her. And then Urel's like, I don't care. But there you go, Funky Moon re-securing that Vala and as well as Sonya. And Zeratul being picked up immediately from We Left School.
So We've got the identical team from last game for Funky Moon. Like we said, they've found their staple and their niche in what they like to play, and it is a solid team comp. I dig it, and it's good for this map as well, so it can work across maps. Probably wouldn't want to use it in Braxis or something like that, but here we are. Zeratul, Tanner, I'm digging it.
Yeah.
All right, this is going to be an interesting game on towers. So not a huge deal of poke coming out of the team of We Left School. But I mean, outside of the Hanzo, maybe Zeratul, once he gets his wormhole, he can, teleport in, Q, port back out, go solid Q build. But a lot of frontline. So, I mean, if you got the peel, which they've got peel for those, this is going to be very, very cool. I'm looking forward to it. Game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Knight, what do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm going to be a biased caster. My money's back onto the ERL. I just love playing it, so I'm going to be picking that team. But I like the whole Zeratul pick. That was a quick lock-in. I feel like they're confident with it. Tanner's going to be confident playing Zeratul. It will work.
Yep.
Do what Kael'thas failed to do, and that is zone out and deny, or at least get the pick off Vala and or Chromie.
Well, we're about to find out, Knight, as we kick into game number 3. And we are looking at the boys and girls over on We Left School for this. I really hope they didn't, but that's what their name is. All right. We got Tanner on the Zeratul. We got Urel, being played by Jester. All G on the Johanna. Tegiza on my boy Hanzo. And Helium healing on the Rhaegar. Who's on the red team?
And on the red team, we've got ourselves Funky Moon. And on the same, representing, got Bot Slick back on the Muradin. Penta pulling up the Malfurion. Electro on the Chromie. Watch out for him. And Stump God on Vala. Finally, Pal with the Sonya. And they're just running in. They're going in for a little cheeky pickup. And that's Bot Slick straight away engaging.
Yeah, they want to get some stacks going on. We don't have Redemption behind them. We don't have the geometry, so looking to stack that up nice and early. Chromie obviously wants to get those Q stacks getting, and she is getting them all over Urel's face right now. That was delicious. Bit of a W into a Q. Urel goes down to half health. Jester's going to have to sort of pull back a little bit there on that one Knight. Here comes the fast and furious rotations down from Funky Moon, heading down to that bot lane. Zeratul. Oh, Botsilic wants to chase the little Zeratul shadow, misses that Q, and hits a bit of a W and a Q back in return. Botsilic now getting a little bit of pressure. Nope. Rhaegar cops full fury of a Chromie combo, and has to back it out. Intense.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a little bit of a back and forth between the two teams. Even got all the rotation. Botslick, he just wants to prevent that movement and the mobility, and also keep an eye out for where everybody is in the top lane. Just sustain heroes. We're not going to worry about too much about them. They're going to be up on full health, ready for when those ults spawn. But already Sapper's being picked up, going to pressure that bot lane. And that's well timed out. Got to be in worry of what the fact is that ult is coming up.
Yeah, Funky Moon picking up those sappers straight away, and We Left School answering in kind, picking up theirs, albeit a few seconds later. So probably not going to see those coming down. Look out, here comes Rhaegar in a bit of trouble here. Gets the Malfurion root. Chromie just missing that W. Electro having to back away as they start seeing the incoming wrath of albeit Hanzo come up in space. Gets a little bit of a disengage, bit of a non-event there, but Rhaegar could have been in a world of trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a feeling we're going to probably see that temporal loop, and if anything from what we're seeing, a focus on that Rhaegar. He can't self-cleanse. Get him out, he's out of the picture, and then the sustain wall will begin. And we saw just how deadly that was. And I even gave Malfurion the MVP for the sustain in the last game. So it's going to be relying on maybe that kind of synergy and teamwork and that pick potential from the likes of Funky Moon. You know, on top lane, Jester and Tanner, going to be quite annoying on Pal, forcing the fort wall to go down and one of the towers.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about a Zeratul with the rotations. I mean, you kind of don't notice him leaving the minimap because he's quite often not on it. So, the Hanzo pick in the bot lane gets himself caught out and blown up there by Vala. Well played there, Funky Moon.
Yeah, absolutely. The sustain coming out from Rhaegar was so close, but just did not work out. It will fall, and it'll be the bottom also being secured off Funky Moon. Meanwhile, in the top right one, Pal's going to get engaged on. Winners, big fight happens.
Elgin's finished off there. He wasn't able to whirlwind his way to victory there, unfortunately. Jester smashing that Muradin into the wall, getting a little bit of a stun off. That's going to be the first altar taken there before we left school. They're picking up their second. The Geese are securing that. That is now going to be another 4 shots into the core of the Raven Horde. Interesting start.
Absolutely, that was a good pickup. The disruption from Jester prevented Botslick from even getting close to interrupting that altar channel. So now we're able to secure both of them. Now they're rotating into the bottom lane, trying to apply some pressure if they can. Force at least maybe the second tower to fall. We'll open up that land a bit once those sappers respawn, which is not that far off. And that's
speaking of, respawns up now, so no doubt that is what they're going to be looking for, Knight. And oh, look at that, the little revealing arrow from Hanzo landing straight onto Penta's head. I love it when that happens. It gives you a little bit of a mobile ward. Very helpful.
And he's just going to dance around it with him a little bit. Be like, all right, guys on me, let's do it. Have a bit of fun with that. And both teams going to go around for the sappers. Firstly, it's going to be Willis School for Kids starting their one. And also you got the likes of Funky Moon dealing with this. Top lane, just again, sustain. Not much is happening. But double level 7 talent. Hopefully going to see a fight coming up soon. Johanna's holding on hers for now. Never mind.
Urel holding out on that too. I wonder why. What are we going to see? Are we going to see the Goomba Stomp build?
I don't know. I'm fingers crossed, but fight in the bottom lane.
The Condemned coming back in there from the Johanna, who's overstepping her bounds, walking into the midst in the thicket of a minion wave there and taking a lot of poke damage. So, All-G being a little bit overzealous there. Iron Skin used a little bit earlier. Oh, Zeratul eats the Chromie combo. Can't get finished off though. We see the Bronze Talon is coming out from Chromie, and that could have finished it off, but no, Tanner very lucky there. He escapes just by the sliver of his little stealthy cloak.
And we're going to have the Goomba Stomp build. It's begun.
Urel is going, the Holy Avenger. This is going to be a bit devastating for the core back line, as we see Penta now taking a bit of trouble there from Tanner. Wormhole gets him back out of safety. Now we're going to start seeing Zeratul being a bit more of a pain. Tell misses that ancient spear onto Tanner, sorry, onto Zeratul rather, and is now being turned on. Here comes the Holy Avenger, going to be jumping around like a crazy person. Tell, yes he is. Holy Avenger is going to save Jester. Urel's just going to wander out of there with the old Maraud's hammer.
Absolutely. It's going to be able to also work with the rest of his team, picking up that level 3 Agents of Light, level 4 talent, give out armor for the rest of his team. Now, the only thing I would like to see, Sacred Ground, the level 20 altar to pick that, so that every time you jump, you've got the Sacred Ground following you. There's no real way to actually get knocked out of it on the side of Funky Moon, so that's potentially a level 10 pickup for him, if Uro wants to go that way.
Well, with the burst on the side of Funky Moon, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Ardent Defender, but I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that level 20 hippity hop armor for days. Just rubbish. Rubbish.
It would be absolutely brilliant. As we're going in towards now, level 9, halfway through, advantage lead 4. We left school for this. Looking for a level 10, they're going to be keeping up, probably get the sappers in top lane, which is what they're focusing on. The bottom sappers will spawn very, very soon, so keep your eye out for that. They will go for that as well. And just all around, everyone's circling up, trying to get the level 10 talent before the next altar phase.
Yep, well, that level 10 peaks there for We Left School before Funky Moon, and are we going to see any surprises? Oh, Ardent Defender comes out for Urel, so no hippity hop, hippity scotch armor for days, but we got Blessed Shield, nothing out of the ordinary there, Dragon's Arrow, Ancestral, and we VP with Zeratul. Here comes level 10 now for Funky Moon. What are they picking up, Knight?
Yeah, so we're seeing that Tranquility yet again for that Malfurion, so we're going to try and see for that sustained temporal loop, as well as Rain of Vengeance, and that was the pick-off we saw in a previous game for Funky Moon to try and reciprocate that. Maybe again focusing onto that Rhaegar. He has picked up the Cleanse. That's great for everyone else, except for him. And that's the sad part.
It's a bit sad for poor little puppy dog Rhaegar. No self-cleanse, no self-ancestral. I feel like they've gimped him a little bit, but a little bit of love being shown by the Blizzard devs recently to our little mate Rhaegar. Brought him back into the meta, which has really made me happy. He's going to start channeling that altar. Penta is going to secure the altar on the side of Funky Moon very easily without being interrupted. However, Botsilic has interrupted the Rhaegar. Can he get the channel before he gets taken down? Yes, he can. Not gets taken down, rather gets the Mirrodin picked off. Here we go. Splitting back to laning. Well, non-event, ladies and gentlemen. Nice. Wow.
It's going to be a little bit of a back and forth. I guess they're just trying to hope for that right engage. And the likes of Wheeler School for this. Void Prison to deny that their Dragon's Arrow, they have the tools. But to see when they're going to engage. And meanwhile, in top lane, there's a gank being prepared. Tana just a topping underpal.
Yeah, so 1 kill apiece. Not a huge amount of action so far. No real ultimates burnt except for Wrath of the Berserker there for Sonya. She can keep that going for a little bit longer. Where's the engage going to come from? Who is going to start this? Are we going to see a Zeratul VP engage, or are we going to see Hanzo Arrow? Well, as I say that, look out. Funky Moon are on the attack path. Here comes the Temporal. Defused. The Void Prism. Using that arrow from Hanzo. Bit of miscommunication there. Tranquility comes out, keeping the Funky Moon team alive. In goes Ardent Defender Yrel, still full health. Ancestor goes onto the Tanner. Pell is on the front line, absorbing all of that damage, rooted and completely crushed there by Zeratul. Funky Moon losing out on that one with a 0-for-1 trade. Chromie, can you do it? No, nothing there from Electro. Well played there by We Left School.
I think that kind of answered your question. Void Prison, more of a defensive tactic. When they see the Temporal Loop come up, just straight away jumping onto him, forcing that status mode. And another engage happening, and damn, they're dropping low.
Now we see Jester eating a bit of damage there, but it's Yrel, so she's going to heal that back out. Avenging Wrath hitting nobody there. Electro also still hitting nobody there with the W or the Q. Bronze Talons even missed due to the blind coming out there from Johanna. So we're seeing a lot of the skill shots being missed in this game, and I wonder whether or not we're going to put that down to some of the ribbity rabbity hippity hoppity coming out from Yrel. It's difficult to really start trying to time your hitting when you've got someone jumping around and leaping around like that.
Absolutely. When you're jumping onto one person, then the other, then the other, then the other, buddy, good luck trying to pinpoint that. It's just like playing Ana versus with the Genji in your team in Overwatch. Good luck trying to get those sustained.
You're not healing that Genji anytime soon. Don't try and fool yourself.
Exactly. Another fight again. Jester is going to hop in, gets a stun on Foxlick, and here we go. Jester gets got unstoppable use. The fight's still going on.
Comes out there to get rid of that temporal loop. Chromie's just going to get away by getting that little bit of a shield block on. Ardent Defender goes down on Yrel before she gets popped. Gets herself back up to half health. Foxlick now mirrored in a world of trouble. Dwarf Toss. Oh, that Hanzo Arrow all into Stumpy's face. That Void Prism just managing to secure Penta. Is they going to get the kill? Foxlick going to get that healing up there from his passive. That was a little bit of dirty play coming out there in a 2-for-0 trade once again to We Left School. Scores are tied. This is going to be interesting.
I wonder what would happen if Sonya was not in top lane and was there in the bottom in that fight. Could it have turned around? Because those health pools from the side of We Left School was quite low. They will secure this bottom 4, and that's great timing because ulters are up in 15 seconds, and it's a triple phase ulter. Should be able to secure at least 1, maybe 2. Look to Jester to try and interrupt and be disruptive on that Yrel and the rest of Funky Moon. Now trying to go into one of them. They should get this one. Electro sitting back, starts a channel, and here's the big one. Oh gee, going in.
Left Johanna there to interrupt the Chromie. Now Jester's going to start channeling that one. Funky Moon really need to pull something out of their pockets here if they're going to come back into this, because obviously it's Towers of Doom. They're only going to get 3 shots off that channel, so a little bit of a chance here for We Left School to really start cleaning up. They pick up the first ulter, so now down to 19 to 21.
Big Dragon's Arrow coming out. That fight's still happening, pushing them back forth, but it's a little bit of trade-off. Temporal Loop used up, not going to get the blow-up. And it's a little bit of slapping back and forth. It's kind of hard when you have such sustain-like heroes, but Tana is put out of position when has to be careful, won't be able to blink away, but the fight's still going.
Yeah, it's just one of those long, sort of intangible fights that we're seeing there. And again, the sustain from both teams is too much for them unless we see Chromie landing some really critical combos and temporals. And, Yrel's just pushing everyone else away. So it's really difficult for either team to secure a kill at the moment. Zeratul's trying, but when he dives in, he gets a Sonya Spear to the face. And then he has to pop a bit Void Prism, and you don't want to be doing that. Not when you just get yourself caught out. Chinese Bush Meta! Here we go, Yrel, what are you going to do? You're going to put Bending Wrath over the top of the mirror to miss it. BP comes out. Here comes a little bit of chance of pain. Not much follow-up coming there. Chromie goes into little stasis. Gets away. Helium now being chopped on by the Sonya. The little rush comes in again. All G. Where's he getting down? Where's your shield? Ultra on cooldown. There goes the Sonya. Bloodsillic now gets popped as well. Chromie. Nope. That temporal loop is just not hitting anybody with that cleanse coming out from Rhaegar. He is absolutely saving that purely for when he sees temporal loop. And then boop, saves him, boots him out of it. Knight, this is looking like it's going to be a very difficult game for Funky Moon to win.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great engagement with Tanner as well with the Void Prison. He's managed to secure 3 of the members. It allowed the rest of his team to set up, get ready, go in for a fight in the way they want it. Now they're on level 16, have that talent advantage and that level lead. The ults are spawning in the bottom lane. They have 5, they can knock it off. Dropping down Funky Moon to 9 hit points left on that core. Meanwhile on top lane, a massive wave lines pushing up. Gotta keep an eye. They'll send Sonya to deal with that right now. And
yeah,
really,
Sonya's going to have to rotate up there to deal with that right now. But fortunately, the minions are going to turn onto well, half of the minions are going to turn onto the well there. Chromie gets popped. Apologies, ladies and gents, I missed that one. So good engage there once again, coming out of We Left School, all up into the Chromie face. Ultimates are all coming back down off cooldown now for Funky Moon, so they could potentially look for another re-engage here. But Penta, half health, not going to come, not going to happen. 21-9. This is looking like it is going the way of We Left School. And Yrel, has Yrel been the defining factor in this game so far for you, Knight?
She's been playing the way I believe Yrel should be played, and that is just be a massive headache for the enemy team. But it's the rest of We Left School for kids. School for this actually playing phenomenally. The damage, Hanzo is just sitting back nicely, throwing out the scatter arrows for days. Tanner hopping in onto the priority targets, forcing our Void Prison, and they just got Rhaegar sustaining his front line nicely, not able to drop any health. So as a team, collectively, they're doing what they're supposed to do, playing the roles to their most utmost efficiency. And here comes Tanner in the back line as well, in the bottom line.
Gets multiple cleave on there, but walks himself into a root. There goes the temporal, there comes the cleanse. Johanna, however, getting picked up there by Funky Moon, so good little turnaround there. Funky Moon finally getting themselves a kill, even though it wasn't at the direct result of, you know, the Chromie's blow up on the temporal. We're just not seeing that happen. So I think we're going to have to move away from looking to Electro to be the one securing kills. Hanzo, Dragon Arrow comes in and hits 4 members into a massive cleave there by the Zeratul. Picking up a Chromie. Bala, Malfurion gets popped. Tanner is absolutely popping off on this Zeratul tonight. Wowie!
Yeah, absolutely. That was such a clean fight there. We'll secure this bottom altar. That's 5. Drop it down to 4. And this is where it gets really interesting. If We Left School for this, threaten the boss, which is what they're doing. They're going for the Horseman. This could literally be game. And it's going in the favor of We Left School for this.
They are here to put on a demonstration on how to play Tower of the Doom. And Funky Moon's team comp, you know, worked a treat last game on Tomb of the Spider Queen, but it's just not bringing the goods against this wonderful, wonderful little pack of miscreants and people that left school to come and play some HotS.
Yeah, absolutely.
Knight, that was a wonderful game. Very, very good Zeratul Clinic put on there. Very good Hanzo coming out of the Geyser. 70k hero damage in a game that lasted 17 minutes. He pretty much must have hit every single W, except for those last couple that we saw.
Absolutely. He was left free to do whatever he wanted. He was, if Stitches wanted to play, bloody Hanzo was playing as much as he wanted. He was having fun, sitting back, throwing scatter arrows for days. But that was just a clean play for Left School for this, and they're looking very strong, being the top-seeded team in the Open Div.
Yep, and that was that was. I can't even talk about it. It was just beautiful. It was lovely to watch. Yrel did what Yrel needed to do. This is why she is so highly prioritized in the HGC across the region, across the world at the moment. It's pick or ban. And, you know, the opportunities to learn her, to bully your way across a map, to push people away, to secure kills, to heal yourself up when you dive into a full 5-man, ardent defender, boom, you're back to full health. It's just ridiculous. She encapsulates what a frontliner should be, and I dig it. So I hate playing against her, but I think I'm going to need to learn how to play her Knight because she's a bit strong.
worth it before the nerfs, if there ever is a nerf.
Oh, well, just coming off the back of a few buffs, and I mean, they weren't huge buffs at all, were they not? They were small incremental changes, and they put her from this lackluster position into all right, no, she's viable, and she's viable because of her kit, and it's good. It's great to see the kit. Need to tune it a little bit more, I think. Just a fraction. Alrighty, so we have one more game coming up for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Night, I believe our last map is going to be Volskaya Foundry.
It is, and
taking us to the Russian motherland.
Oh, I wish I could do that. I'll just stick to my good old voice.
Oh yeah, nah, she's right.
Mother Russia. There we go. Give it a go. But yeah, no, excited. We probably should go onto a break, and then we'll be back with Volskaya Foundry. Interesting map, interesting picks. See what we're going to see in that map.
See you soon, kids.